शारदे पाहि मां शङ्कर रक्ष मां 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 शारदे पाहि मां शङ्कर रक्ष माम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् शारदा शारदाम्बोजवदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं क्रियात् अज्ञानां जाह्नवीतीर्थं विद्यातीर्थं विवेकिनां सर्वेषां सुखदं तीर्थं भारतीतीर्थमाश्रये विद्या विनयसम्पन्नं वीतरागं विवेकिनं वन्दे वेदान्ततत्त्वज्ञं विदुशेखरभारतीं सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः. So welcome to the Panchadasi lecture series. Now I'm handing over to Mami to continue from where we left off in the last week. Thank you.
Hari Om. Hari Om, everyone. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. All right. So what we have done, we have to ask everybody. So first, in this lecture, we first said there was the objection to what we said, Sadeva Soumya Idamagra Asid, by the Shunyavadins. So why only Sat? Asat is, that's what they started. So then they had to be quietened by giving all, the reasoning and everything. And then they were made to understand that Asat, the non-existence, can never be the reality. We finished that. Then after that, the Nayayikas were taken. Now, the difference between Shunyavadins and Vedantin is that the Shunyavadins, they don't believe in the Vedas. And according to the definition of Astika, according to us, Astika means the one who believes in Vedas. No? So, Shunyavadin Bauddhas are supposed to be Nastikas from that standpoint. Whereas Nayayikas they are Astikas because they believe in the Vedas. But they also had a lot of objection. So we were talking about the objection from the Nayayikas. So then what the Nayayika said is that out of the 5 elements, we think Akasha is also reality. It is not one of the elements. You should not take it like that. The other 4 elements, they are destructible. I hope you all remember that they gave this argument that the other 4 elements are made up of paramanus, etc. So they're all made up of parts. So when they can be broken into the paramanus, then they are destroyed. Whereas this Akasha is not, the space is not made up of Paramanu. So because it is not made up of Paramanu, it is unlike the other elements, and it is eternal because it cannot be broken into parts. So that is also eternal. So once you accept space also as eternal, then the logical conclusion is it is reality. Sat along with space is reality according to the Nayayikas. This is what last time we were breaking our heads for to understand that. Now, once this kind of logic is set up, argument is set up by the Nayayikas, he is just, giving this, the Vedantin, he is asking, why can't you accept that? Why do you have to be so strong about saying, no, only, Sat is reality? Why do you have to do that? The space can be also reality. So what is your problem? That's how they ask the question. So then the Vedantin does not reply directly, but he says, if you are able to come up to Akasha and say that that can be reality along with the Sat, then I go one step further. I go one step further, or maybe one step backward. I don't know which way to say it. I go one step and I accept that without space also the state is reality. So now you are saying that the existence and space is reality because existence is eternal and space is also eternal. That is what you are saying, the Nayayika, you are saying. But I'm saying that minus the space also, I can understand like how you are able to comprehend the whole world without space. In the same way, I am able to comprehend that existence without Akasha. So this is just argument only, So you also become like that argumentative person. If you are not one, then you will say, why are you unnecessarily Monday Poto? Why are you, breaking your head? Okay, whatever you say. No, it's not like that. You have to also get into that fighting mode. Okay? So this is the argument. Now, when he said that, then we went to the 43rd verse. We had just chanted it. We didn't go through that verse. So if we can show that 43rd verse, we'll chant that one more time.
Do you want me to share? I can share. Can you see now?
No.
No? Okay. Let me unshare and reshare.
I'm sharing that right
Oh,
now.
you're sharing it. Okay. Thank
Now
you.
it is
Yes.
there,
Thank you.
but it is very small.
Is that better, Mummy, or no? That's not.
A little more,
Yeah.
bigger.
Is that better?
Yeah. But it has to
Okay.
come down. It has to come down. 43rd.
43rd. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So everybody can chant together because we have already chanted this. Nirjagad vyoma drishtam chet prakashatamasi vina kwadrishtam kinchate pakshe na pratyaksham viyat khalu. That is what the 43rd verse is. Okay, now, yeah. So the Nayayika says, why I am not able to come to Sat and I can come only up to space is because of the reason that I can experience space. Huh? But Sat, I'm not able to experience. I'm not able to understand what Sat is. So I can see space, but Sat I cannot see. I appreciate your definition, because you are very devoted to Shruti. That much I appreciate. Yeah, you can take that out now so that we can see everybody. Thank you. Yeah. So I cannot, I know that you have a lot of devotion to Shruti. Nayayika says. Huh? But we are Nayayikas. Nayayika means the ones who are logically oriented, logicians. So we go only by logic, not by only, we also believe in the Shruti. So it is better if you also understand that reasoning should take priority. Huh? So Shruti should follow whatever we have reasoned out. If it is not, then you should go to reasoning better. So ultimately, we have to reason out Shruti to understand. So, nirjagat vyoma drishtam chet prakasha tamasi vina. So then this Vedantin then asks a question to him. Okay, you say that you see space. Oh, if you see space without any other association, no other worldly properties such as prakasha, brightness, or any light, etc. I mean, darkness, orange, blue color. If you can see space like that, then I want to know, where do you see it? Huh? This is the question asked by the Vedantin to the Nayayikas. If you say that you can see space, where do you see it? So, because you say that you experience Akasha, then, okay, my question is where? Kwadrishtam, where have you seen? How do you see? You cannot answer the question. That question cannot be answered because if he says that he has seen the space, then what would happen? It would mean that space is something which is perceived by the senses. Yeah. Then what happens? It cannot be Sat, right? So we are talking about seeing with the eyes. No? So if I can see the rupa, the form and the color, etc., that if you have seen the space, you have seen the form also. Yeah. Then what will happen to space? Space will be endowed with all the, the form and color, etc. That is not the concept of space. So, according to Nayayika, Akasha is not Pratyaksha because, this is what this Vedantin is asking the question. So, the question was asked, Nirjagat Vyoma Drishtam Chet Prakasha Tamasi Vina. If you have seen this Vyoma, that is the Akasha, if you have seen that, in case, chet, in case, without any brightness, any light or any kind of darkness, then kwadrishtam, where have you seen it? Kinchate pakshe, because, kinchate pakshe means moreover, according to your own philosophy, sir, Nayayika, Mr. Nayayika, according to your own philosophy, Viyat khalu, indeed the space is na pratyaksham, means it is not directly perceived according to you, according to your paksha. You don't believe in that, but now you are saying that you won't believe in Sat alone because Akasha is also the same as Sat. So now, what do you say for that? Okay. So then what can the Nayayika say for that? So, okay, yeah, I accept space without seeing it. Okay, so he says, yeah, what you say is right. Okay, then I accept space without seeing it. Immediately the Vedantin jumps on him. Okay, then I also accept the Sat without seeing it. Yeah, so I also, because they ask like that, no, where can you see? How do you say that Sat is there? So that is it's a fight between the two, right? So the argument is he cannot say that I have seen space with my eyes. Yeah. Therefore, he has to come to the point that I do not experience space with my eyes or with my senses, etc. But still, I experience it. So then where do you experience the space? If you ask like that, you cannot say, I experience the state with my mind. Then again, to the mind requires the eyes to see, So the question is the space, is it perceptual or is it not? Okay, it is not. Okay. So if we accept the non-perceived space, what is your problem for non-perceived self? The same way. So the Nayayika is not able to answer anything. So then I accept space without perceiving it. Vedantin says the same way, I also accept Sat without perceiving it. Therefore, there is no problem. Now, actually the question will come, but how do we perceive the space? As Vedantins, how do we perceive the space? This is the question. Is it an object of inference? Now, see, for those people, for the Nayayikas, how they say space is okay is because, see, each of these, the Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu, everyone, each of them has got properties. And the property of the Akasha is sound. So they know that Akasha has sound. So if there is sound that we can hear, it must have one adhara. It must have something in which it is there. It cannot be the bhumi, it cannot be the earth or water or fire or air, because they all have their own properties. So then they say, okay, air must be there. Like that, they believe in that. But how about us, Vedantins? How do we perceive this Akasha? So that's why the Charvakas, those who don't believe in anything, they say, no, there is no space at all. Very easy. When you say like that, acha, chalo kaam ho gaya. No, there is nothing. It's not there. Now, how do we say as Vedantins that yes, there is space? So it is a natural experience. It is known, space is not experienced by the senses. It is not the experience of the mind. It's not, none of those things can know it. But it is experienced by the witness consciousness, by the Sakshi. Okay, that's how we all know. The Sakshi knows that there is space. Like, we know that the Sakshi is aware of the thoughts. What the thoughts are in the mind, in the intellect, the Sakshi knows. The same way, it seems the Sakshi itself is aware of the space. Now, directly aware. So, this is called as Sakshi Pratyaksha. Okay, so that is an inherent knowledge that space is there. So, it is not intellectual awareness. So, the space is effortlessly cognized by the witness consciousness. Now, if both the space and Sat are same in this way, then is there a difference between Sat and space? What the Nayayika said may be true, because if there is no difference between Sat and space, then what do we do? Is there a difference? So, are you so blind, O Vedantin, that you are just accepting without perception the Sat also? These are all again, mind-boggling questions, You think, why do we have to fight like this? But you have to fight if you want to win. So that's the next question. So immediately the Vedantin says, actually Sat is known to us. Huh? Yes, Sat is perceived. Really? How? Oh my goodness. What is the difference between Sat and space? This is the question asked. So that is, the answer is given in the 44th shlokam. Okay. So now we go to the 44th shlokam. How do we know that there is Sat? Correct. Sadvastu Shuddhat. See, it is very, very difficult. So you will have to look at it properly. Sadvastu Shuddhantvasmabhihi Nishchitairanubhuyate. Sadvastu Shuddhantvamas Asmabhihi Nishchitairanubhuyate. तूष्णीं स्थितौ न शून्यत्वम् शून्यबुद्धेश्च वर्जनात्. तूष्णीं स्थितौ न शून्यत्वम् शून्यबुद्धेश्च वर्जनात्. Together. Sadvastu Shuddhantvasmabhihi Nishchittairanubhuyate. Stushnim sthitau na shunyatvam Shunyabuddhescha varjanat. Sadvastu Shuddhantvasmabhihi Nishchittairanubhuyate. Tushnim sthitau na shunyatvam Shunyabuddhescha varjanat. It's all mixed up like that. Okay, you can take it out. So, we say that even though Akasha and Sat are not perceived, there is a difference between Sat and Akasha. He says, Sadvastu Shuddham. Sat is utterly pure, unsullied. Okay? We think, but even space is unsullied. It's not touched by anything. But what is space? Space is an element. When it is element, it's made up of material. Okay? So it cannot be called as 100% pure. So it is constituted of inert matter. Then only it becomes an element. Whereas Sadvastu is absolutely pure. There's nothing else in it, Shuddham. It is just consciousness. There is nothing in it to make it solid. So it is untouched by any material properties. It is absolutely pure. But space has got material properties. We know it has the property of sound. So the Sat has no material properties whatsoever. It is pure or pure. It is just pure. So it is San Matram, existence alone, without anything. So he says Sadvastu Shuddham. Now, we normally say it is not experienced, but in reality, Sadvastu can be experienced. Oh, really? Who can experience it? Asmabhihi. Asmabhihi means we can experience it, you and I. Oh, really? Yes. So, how can you experience it? It cannot be through the eyes. So, eyes cannot experience. Then you have to do something. What you have to do? Asmabhihi nishchittaihi anubhuyate. Nishchittaihi means no chitta, without any mind. Asmabhihi, by us, nishchittaihi, transcending the mind. How do you do that? Nishchittaihi anubhuyate. It is experienced. So how is that? How does that happen? Tushnim sthitau. Tushnim sthitau. In the state of tushni bhava. Tushni means absolute quietude. What is absolute quietude? That is in nirvikalpa samadhi. I hope you all remember nirvikalpa samadhi. Savikalpa samadhi is where thoughts are. In nirvikalpa samadhi, there are not even any thoughts. Absolutely no thought. So it's not that we have accepted this Satvastu without experience it. We do experience it in nirvikalpa samadhi. Na shunyatvam. It is not shunya. Okay? So why do you say that? Shunya buddhescha varjanat. Because those people who have gone into nirvikalpa samadhi and they come out, at that time they say, no, they experienced Sat. They don't say, I experienced nothing. No. Because we don't know, because we have not gone into that samadhi state. You and I cannot say, okay, I don't believe that. Okay, then you do nirvikalpa. You do the samadhi, you go to that state, and then you come back and say. So, shunya buddhescha varjanat, because there is no buddhi, there is no cognition of shunya, there is only cognition of Sat in that nirvikalpa samadhi. Since in nirvikalpa samadhi, Sat is experienced, so Sat is definitely there. This is the answer. So, in the first chapter of Panchadasi, when we did a couple of years ago, nirvikalpa samadhi was talked about, how Shravana, Manana, and then comes Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is Savikalpa samadhi, okay, where there is thought. But in nirvikalpa samadhi, there is no thought at all. So here it says the difference between Sat and Akasha is Sat is Shuddha, whereas Akasha is not pure. And by nature itself, Akasha is, because it's an element, it is Ashuddham. Whereas Chaitanyam, that is this Chetana, is not element. Yeah. So there is no dirt in that. So in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Sat alone this is aparoksha anubhuti. This we can really see it in our own Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So for that, we have to start doing this Nirvikalpa. We have to go into that state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi to know this. Yo. All right. Okay. So now you can't say anything, no? Because we have not done it. We'll have to say, okay, with a pinch of salt. All right, if you say so, then you must be really saying it from experience. No? So now the opponent has to, the Nayayika has to still continue. He cannot say, okay, but enough. Then that is no good. It's not maja, You have to really keep on fighting. So many points after points. So now the Purva Pakshin says, okay, Purva Pakshin means the Nayayika, the opponent. He says, okay, now I will catch you with this. You always have some answer for everything that I ask. Now the question is, look, in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you cannot say that you had the knowledge of existence in that. What you are saying is not right. Because to have any knowledge, your mind should be there. To have any knowledge, your mind has to be there. So, in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, there is no mind. Got you, no? So, what you are saying is not right. Okay? So, this is the next wave of argument. How many arguments are we going to have? Not too many, huh? So almost coming to the end. Okay. So first, they said Akasha also has to be accepted. No, Akasha cannot be accepted. Then he said, you have not seen Sat, so you cannot believe it. Then he said, no. I have, in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, we have the experience. So the next one is, how can be there that experience? Because without mind, you cannot have any experience. So in that case, the mind is there. Then it's not what you are saying. It cannot be Sat. Okay. 45th one now. Okay. Hope you are all with me in the, now you have to have connection. Okay. 45th, 45. Sadbuddhirapi chennasti mastvasya swaprabhatvatah Sadbuddhirapi chennasti mastvasya swaprabhatvatah nirmanaskatva sakshitvat sanmatram sugamam nrunam. Nirmanaskatva sakshitvat sanmatram sugamam nrunam. Sadbuddhirapi chennasti mastvasya swaprabhatvatah nirmanaskatva sakshitvat sanmatram sugamam nrunam. Sadbuddhirapi chennasti mastvasya swaprabhatvatah nirmanaskatva sakshitvat sanmatram sugamam nrunam. Okay. Now, so the Purva Pakshin, that is that Nayayika, is now asking, Sat Buddhirapi Chet Nasti. The comprehension of existence of Sat. In that Savikalpa Samadhi, there is a thought of existence. That's how you know. But in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what is the definition of Nirvikalpa Samadhi is where all thoughts have ended. No thoughts are there. Yeah. So, if you say that in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I knew that there was Sat. Yeah. So, where all thoughts have ended, You cannot say that the thought of existence was there in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So, Sad was, what did you say in the previous one? Sad vastu anubhuyate. That was the, you had said that. You only said in verse 44. Sad vastu anubhuyate. You said that. So, that means existence is known. But we are talking about the mindless state, sir. So, in a mindless state, how can this anubhuyate happen? How can you experience? When there is no mind, how can you experience this? So, see, we say in a buddhi, when we say ghata buddhi, this is normally, that's what they always, ghatam and patam, they always say, ghata buddhi. When you see a pot, then your mind takes the shape of the pot. And that's how you know what is ghatam. The eye sees and then the mind takes the shape of the mind becomes everything. Mind knows. And then when it is a cloth, patam, the same way, pata buddhi, ghata buddhi, whatever. So, but all this, we know every experience is a thought. That's how we all know. You, sir, are saying that in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Sadvastu Anubhuyate. That Sat is being experienced by us when we are Nischittaihi. Remember that word also. In the previous one, Nischittaihi Anubhuyate. So you said that. So what is the proof of the experience of Sat there? So it is the thoughtless state, and in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, where is the experience of the buddhi? Now, what can you answer? Now, so the Purva Pakshin, that is this the opponent's argument. So now, if that is your question, says the Vedantin, sir, if that is your question, then mastu. No, that is that's not true. Just by saying it is not true, will I keep quiet? Do you think that I'll shut up? Mastu, no. Then how did you say in Nirvikalpa Samadhi Anubhuyate? How did you say that this was experienced? And then very, without much expression, he just answers, He says, Swaprabhatvataha. Swaprabhatvataha. Asya swaprabhatvataha. Because this existence, this Sat, is Swaprabha. Swaprabha means it is self-effulgent. You don't need anything else. So, to know myself, I don't need the eye or the mind. We all know this, right? We always give this example. It's a pitch dark room. You are sitting inside. Somebody from outside says, anybody here? Then you don't say, I don't know whether anybody is there. You say, I am here, but I don't know whether anybody else is there. Isn't it? You don't say, let me put on the light to see if I am there or not. How do you know you are there? It is pitch dark. So you don't need any external light or anything, thought or anything. You are there. That's it. The other vastus we need. To know something else is there or not, you do need. But here you don't need the mind. You don't need anything. You are there. So this is what is Swaprabha, it is called. Swaprabha, Swayam Prakasha, Swayam Jyoti, means that Sadvastu is self-effulgent. It doesn't need the mind to know. So the existence is consciousness. It is conscious. Yeah. So that's why we say Sat is Chit, Chit is Sat. Sattaya chit, chittaya sat, So all these things we know. So if we disassociate consciousness from existence, then existence will become non-existence afterwards. So they both are synonymous. They are together. So existence has to be conscious by itself always. So self-awareness is inherent to existence. So this can be understood by whom? Nrunam. Nrunam means by all people. Where? In the Nirvikalpa Samadhi Avastha. It is understood. Nirmanaskatva Sakshitvat. That is in the Sakshi without the mind. And it is not difficult. It says Sugamam. Just to make it more, when you're teasing somebody, you poke a little more. It's very easy to experience. So you are just silly because you don't know how to get into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That's why you don't know, you poor dear. So the way he is putting the words also, you all should enjoy all this. So Sugamam, very easy, man. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you can get it. Yeah. So the experience of everyone in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I remained there without any mind. I was there, but no mind. So Sat is experienced in a different way, not like how we experience the Akasha, the Vayu, the Agni, the Apaha, the water, or the Prithvi, etc. But it is experienced by the Sakshi Chaitanya in that Nirvikalpa Samadhi very easily. It's not at all difficult. Okay, now, one by one, very easily, he is just, taking away all the arguments that are being presented by this Nayayika. Okay. All right. You're all with me? Okay. Now, moving forward, now, the last verse in this portion pertaining to this Nyaya school of discussion about the existence. That's what we are going to be doing. So the next one, in this topic, he's just putting actually a seed for the next topic. Otherwise, you will think that with 46, it should end. Okay, but no. In that, he just puts in something new so that, what is that? Then you say, okay, I'm going. So he wants to go to okay, this topic is finished with the Nayayika. Now I'm going to go to the next topic. So suddenly he just put something in there, and then you will have to ask, what is that? So very clever in continuing to do this. Okay, so going to the 46th one. Good, thank you. Manojrumbhanarahitye yatha sakshi nirakulah maya jrumbhana purvam sat tathaiva maya jrumbhanatah purvam sattathaiva nirakulam manojrumbhanarahitye yatha sakshi nirakulah maya jrumbhanatah purvam sattathaiva nirakulam. Together. Manojrumbhanarahitye yatha sakshi nirakulah maya jrumbhanatah purvam sattathaiva nirakulam. Manojrumbhanarahitye yatha sakshi nirakulah maya jrumbhanatah purvam Sattathaiva nirakulam. Yeah, can take it out. Okay, now the witness principle, when we say, so the sameness of witness and existence is indicated by the absence of the thought and word, etc. That was what was indicated. Now, remember the topic of discussion we should not forget. What was the topic from the beginning? Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum. What did we start with? We started with Chandogya Upanishad. We said Sadeva Saumya Idamagra Asid. Ekameva Dvitiyam. I hope we all remember. Yeah. So that should not be forgotten. Sat eva Saumya Idamagra Asid. So now it says here Manojrumbhana Rahitye. Rahitye means in the state of absence, when there is none, what? Manojrumbhana of the expression of the mind. When there is no expression of the mind, the mind is always active in all of us. It takes, it becomes the object, it becomes the knower, it becomes the proof. Everything, if you want to know, like, we say in a drama or in a cinema, the same guy acts as different, roles. Like that, the manas is always, all the time, it is very active. Okay. So when there is no activity, absence of manojrumbhana, in that case, then what happens? Just as in the absence of the expression of the mind, the sakshi, the witness principle, the existence, which is the nature of consciousness also, that sakshi, we know Sat alone is Chit. That is, Sat is consciousness, consciousness is reality. Both are same. So the Sakshi at that state, when the mind has no function at all, Nirakulaha, it is without any agitations. Yeah, that Chitta is totally without any, that Sakshi is without any kind of agitations. So, what happens in the waking state? The mind vikshepa keeps on happening. That's why we are all thinking and doing and everything. Oh, look at that! I have to clean this. Oh, I have to read this. I have to go here. I have to buy that. All kinds of thoughts are coming. But when this happens, then it says suddenly some new word now. Okay. So the first line says, just as in the absence of the expression of the mind, the witness principle is free of all agitations. Similarly, suddenly new word, Maya Jrumbhanata Purvam. Okay, before the expression of the Maya. And here it is saying before the expression of the Maya, before the creation of this world. Okay. Sat tatha evam eva nirakulam. The existence also is without anything in the same way. Okay. Suddenly some new thought. Just as in the absence of the expression of the mind, the sakshi or the witness principle is free of all mental agitations. Similarly, before the expression of Maya, which is known by the creation of this world, the existence is without any agitations in the same way. Okay. So suddenly this Maya word is Maya Jrumbhana Rahityam. Before the expression of Maya, Sat, the existence, Tatha Eva, the Sakshi Nirvikalpa Sama, in that kind of Sakshi, In the same way, Nirakulam, it's free of all disturbances. Nichalam. Ayyo. Now, what do you take from this? So, we have to see so far what has happened. Sadeva, Somya, Idam, Agra, Asit. Sat alone was Idam. Idam means Idam, this Prapancham, all this creation. Yeah, before this creation, Agre, before the creation, Sat alone was. Huh? What was that Sat? Ekam Eva Advitiyam. I hope you all remember that. Ekam. How did we say Ekam? No Swagata Bheda, no Sajatiya Bheda, no Vijatiya Bheda. You all remember all that? Once upon a time we have done that. Yeah. So then the objection was, how come Sat and Asat, both the objection? Huh? So why can't we say Asat alone was? Then why can't we say Akasha is also Sat? All these things have happened. Now the questions come, how do you experience Sat? Huh? How can it be pure? Then we said in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, just as how Sakshi remains free of all disturbances in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, in the same way, thus that Sat remains without any disturbances, Nischala, without any change, before the creation, which is manifested by Maya. Okay. So, after rounding up the discussion on Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asit, now he comes to the next point. What is Maya? Kim Lakshana Yam Maya? What is the Lakshana of this? What is this Maya? Now that is being taken in the next topic. Okay. So we can start that, but again it will be another big ocean. So Maya is another, as we all know, Maya is not an easy topic to go to, but because there is still 10 minutes more, we can just quickly go through that, and then we can talk about it in the next class also. Okay. So I wasn't sure if there will be time or not. So let us now go to the next shlokam, which is 47th shlokam. Nistatva karyagam yasya shaktirmayagni shaktivat nistatva karyagam yasya shaktirmayagni shaktivat nahi shakti kvachit kaischit बुध्यते कार्यतः पुरा न हि शक्ति क्वचित् कश्चित् कैश्चित् बुध्यते कार्यतः पुरा. Together. निस्तत्वा कार्यगम यास्य शक्तिर्मायाग्नि शक्तिवत् न हि शक्ति क्वचित् कैश्चित् बुध्यते कार्यतः पुरा. निस्तत्वा कार्यगम यास्य शक्तिर्मायाग्नि शक्तिवत् न हि शक्ति क्वचित् कैश्चित् बुध्यते कार्यतः पुरा. Okay, now what is this word Maya? Now we come to the next one. So Maya, normally we take it as the illusion. No, we all know that. No, so something beyond our scope of understanding, but we see and about which we get confounded. Ayo, what is this? So now, but we are talking in technical terms here. What is Maya? That's what we are now. What is the nature of Maya? Asya Shakti hi Maya. Maya is the power belonging to something. Whose power? Asya. Asya means Sad. of this Sat. Okay. So he adds some touches to make this more complete. And even though it is the Shakti, it is the power of Sat, he says Nistatva. Nistatva means it has no true existence. It does not have absolute existence, Maya. Tattva means reality, real. Nistatva means it doesn't have the reality like Sattva, like Sat. Okay, Maya. Sat is absolutely real, but this Shakti called Sat, of the Shakti called Maya, it is actually not absolutely real. So, Nistatva. So, then why can't we say that it does not exist? There is nothing like Maya. Can we say like that? We cannot say that it's not there. Why? Because Karya Gamya. Karya means effect. Because we see the effect. You know, I hope you all remember in Viveka Chudamani, we have done the big explanation of what is Maya. In that we say Karyanumeya Sudhiyaiva Maya. Karya Anumeya. It can be known only through its effects. That is called as Maya. So, because we see the effect, and because we see the effect, we have to accept that there is some kind of power. We don't know. The effect of Maya is this entire Jagat. This entire Srishti is the effect of Maya. So, no. Then, why are you bringing in Maya Rao now? There is no need for that. You know, why are you bringing to confuse us? But then we have to bring that because in the Upanishad says that pure existence does not create anything. If it does not create anything, then how is the effect here? You get the point? Yeah. So now in Shvetashvara Upanishad, it says, you know, that Sadvastu is Nishkalam, partless, Nishkriyam. It is without any activity. Then how can you say that it creates? Shantam, peace at all moment. Niravayam, blemishless. Niranjanam, no, a taint or anything. If you accept any kind of modification in the existence, then if it becomes the creator, if it creates this whole world, then there was a time when it was not a creator. Remember? Yeah. Only during creation it becomes creator. So without creation, it was not a creator. So it changes from being a non-creator and then it becomes a creator. So that means death of an earlier state, arrival of a new state. Such reality cannot be dead. It's always there. Unnecessarily why do we have to think like this? So if it has to be a reality, logically it cannot become a creator. Oh, this is why the Maya's presence has to be brought in. Maya is like what? He gives a beautiful example. Agni Shaktivat. What do you mean by Agni Shaktivat? You know, like the power of fire is inferred by its effect. Fire looks like nice bright light. You have no idea what it is. But what power it has got. All children little babies, they get attracted to fire like anything. They run to the fire to catch it. So the power of fire is known only by its effects. How it can burn forests after forests in California, we all know that. The power of fire is known by its effect. Really speaking, All powers are known only by their effects. Nothing is seen. Electricity you cannot see, but then you know its power. So, nahi shakti kvachit kaischit buddhyate karyatah pura. To say that the Shakti should be Pratyaksha is very foolish. You cannot see the Shakti. A Shakti is always known by its effects. The power is known Karyanumeya. It is only by inferred by the effect. To say that I don't see Maya and therefore I will not accept Maya is not right. But you see the world, no? Okay. So, can you see Sat? But in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Anubhuyate. Right? So, can you see Maya in Nirvikalpa Samadhi? No, you cannot see that. Can you see Maya now? No. I see the world. Yeah. So, but when we say Maya is there, because the effect is there. So, now we say what proves Maya is not our perception of Maya, but what proves the presence of Maya is the inference that Maya is there because of the effects of Maya. So, nahi shakti kvachit kaischit buddhyate. So, it's never the power is never experienced by anybody by actually seeing it, only karyataha pura. Before the effect, you cannot see. So, the shakti of the Sat is Maya. It is seen in the creation. Okay. So, now what do? What is this Shakti? Why is called Nistatva? What do you mean by Maya Shakti? So, now, he has now put the seed for the next topic. Okay. So, what do? I am just taking all these one by one so that you will know that I cannot stop now because we have started one. The ball has started rolling. So, you have to go to the next topic. Next, like that. So, beautifully how Vidyaranyaji brings one topic after the other. It is just unbelievable. It is like a train, one compartment is over, okay, appa, over, no. Like when you are standing to cross the, when there is the railway track and when the door, when the gate is closed, waiting and waiting. I hope this is the last compartment. No, another one comes. Another one. Like that only you say, okay, now is this topic finished? Yeah, it is finished. No, but not finished. Nayayika is finished. Yeah, first that guy was finished. That Bauddha was finished. Now, Nayayika is finished. Now, next topic, Maya. So, we are now going to take up what about this Maya? Why is it Nistatva? All those things. Ta-da! It is coming up next. All right. So we'll do that next. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyam Amritat Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Thank you so much, Mami. It is again a wonderful session. And I think that the logic in which he brings is just amazing. To say the Nayayika saying that Akasha, and then he himself doing that with Purapakshi to say, how do you have Aparokshanubhuti and Nirvikalpa Samadhi? If he says he sees that, the way only person who can say with that confidence is somebody who has seen it themselves.
Correct.
It is, that kind of a thing just shows so well Swami Vidyananya was himself a Jivan Mukta.
Yeah.
And then he took that pain to write all these beautiful things just for us. That is one of the things of Jivan Mukta, is the karunya of what he has, so that we understand or we can have that logical discussions on that. Because it's not possible for somebody else. This is a very, very logical point. It's such a beautifully said. And then the Jumbana are new words for me. interesting. I'm going to say for absence looks like that is Jimbana, Mano Jimbana and Maya Jimbana. Nice. Thank you for explaining that, Mami. It's nice. And then I think one of the things I keep thinking about is today we had the sessions where for Bhagavatam, they said when they were explaining that piece, Shukha Brahma, they are saying that he actually is like a parrot. He took the tree of Vedanta and he took a small fruit and he took the nectar and gave it a juice for us. So that's what they're saying. Bhagavatam has taken all of the nectar and gave it. Similarly, Mami, you are basically taking the nectar of this whole Panchadasi and giving it so beautifully for us. Thank you so much for that. It is because it's a very tough thing. So giving it out every time I keep reading that, it becomes much simpler when I read it and when you explain it. Thank you so much. This is a pleasure. Thank you. Padmanabhan, anything to add from your side?
No, actually, it is splendid. I mean, some of these explanations are very, very nicely done, Mami. Thank you very much. I think I have to use some modern parlance for your example. I think you said the train goes next to next. I say the web series, right? Today, if I watch a Netflix web series, I keep watching every series until it just goes like that. Just makes it so interesting, you know, what is next. So that's always good to know in the progression. So thank you very much.
And Padmanabhan, take it away, finish it off with the finished thing. And then if there are any questions, other questions, please wait for that. And then we can have more question answers today. Or there is an email address we'll see right now. We can use that. Thank you.
मंगलम गुरु श्री चंद्रमौलीश्वर के शक्ति गणपति शारदाम्बिके शंकराचार्यर के शक्ति गणपति महागणपति शारदाम्बिके के काल भैरवर के काली दुर्गै के वीर धीर शूर हनुम मारुति चरणतिर्के मल्लिकार्जुनर के செல்வ ஜனார்தனர் கே அம்பா பவானி கம்பத கணபதி சண்டி சாமுண்டி கே ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ண பகவான் கே ஸ்ரீ சக்கரவாசினி கே சீதாராம லக்ஷ்மண சகித மாருதி சரணத்திற்கே வித்யாரண்யர் கே विद्याशंकर के वागीश्वरी के वज्रदेग गरुड़ आंजनेयर के श्रीवल्ली देव सेना समेत सुब्रमण्यर के तुंगभद्रै के श्रृंगनिवासिनी के श्रृंगेरी पुरिயில் நிலைத்திருக்கும் எங்கள் சாரதாம்பிகை के सच्चिदानंद शिव अभिनव नृसिंह भारती के श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु सार्वभौमर के श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु विद्यातीर्थर के श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु भारती तीर्थर के श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु विदुशेखर भारती के मंगलम गुरु श्री चंद्रमौलीश्वर के शक्ति गणपति शारदाम्बिक शंकराचार्यर के शक्ति गणपति महागणपति शारदाम्बिகை के श्रृंगेरी पुरिயில் நிறைந்திருக்கும் எங்கள் சாரதாம்பிகை के